Mike. Make sure I can hear myself. Let's see. Mike. I'm gonna see it on here. Oh, okay. Mike. I can't even tell if I can hear it. If you watching, let me know if y'all can hear me, please. I can't do it on here like I normally would. So if you can hear me, I'll just go ahead and start. Mike.
Another Dollar General.
Let me know if y'all can hear all the buttons too.
The Brady Bunch. Yeah.
All right. I don't want to start and I can't be heard. So I just need somebody to say yes. You can hear what I'm saying. I don't want to be talking and nobody hear what I'm saying. If y'all don't mind, just a quick yes in the comment would help everything. Or no. I guess if y'all can't hear me, I just can't say no, huh? Okay. What up, Shay? Okay, she said yes, so y'all can hear me. Okay, that's what's up. Mia, she said yes, so y'all can hear me. Okay, how everybody doing out there? All right. I'm gonna do a thing out loud. I'm gonna just do a live like I would normally do, but just do a live. And y'all can interject. Y'all can comment. If y'all want to call, if you got my number, I ain't gonna do it this time. If you got my number, you could call, and I'll let you say some things on here. I got it set up where we can do that. But yeah. So without further ado, mic check. More masters. Host made of course. See a little static, Shay? Oh, well, if a little static, I don't like that. What I need to do? Hold on, let me turn that down some. What is static? It still sounds staticky? That's even a word? Because I don't hear no static. I don't need it. Um, so let's see. I'm trying out these new headphones too. I don't hear them on mine, but the headphones so new, I feel like it might be. Uh, what about now? But it's there. All right. Well, we're gonna rock out. I'm just gonna do what I do and then go from there. I don't know if it's the audio from the third party streaming app, but we're gonna rock out. Either way, all right, let's start. Mic check. One of the Masters podcast, of course. Uh, First and foremost, I want to thank all the supporters, listeners, everybody who listens to the podcast, share the podcast, comment on the podcast, word of mouth, YouTube, Facebook, all those things. So without you guys, I wouldn't be doing this thing. So shout out to all y'all. Y'all feel free to comment. I'll try to read it if I can. I'll post them on there. Thank you, Shay. She said that's better. All right, well, I try to do stuff, here and there. So I want to talk about a few things. I do want to start with the SBA awards. I'm gonna start there first. Um, Shout out to everybody who went to the SBA awards. Shout out to everybody who won, whether it was runner up or first place or whatever. Yeah, all look nice, all look good. I know it's always mixed reviews about the SBA awards every year, especially for people who don't like to go or don't want to go or feel like they won't win or everybody got that mentality. We due for this. We are due. We are very, very due for Augusta Supports Popularity Post. I had my calculations done a couple of years ago, and I cared about that stuff. And they would do it like every third or fourth Sunday every month. I don't know what it was about that, but they would do that. And so we are due for that. But I know people who feel that way often have, commentary on the SBAs. But I do want to say, I feel like it's for certain people, and I feel like if you do feel like the whole popularity is a thing here and that people support, I feel like that's a good way to get popular is to be in those rooms with people. So if it just costs you $100, a admission ticket to nominate yourself for the hard work you feel like you put in, and to get voted or win, then I feel like that's a plus. Years ago, when people still thought that way, oh, popularity rules this and runs that, I think that you couldn't just pay a fee and get in those rooms. You had to know somebody, or believe it or not, at one point you actually had to be good at what you were doing. Like I know that shit sound crazy right now, right? But you actually had to be good at what you were doing at some point. And not to say that nobody that won or that's in that realm didn't, but if that is the case, you have a good outlet to get in that room as well. When you got people like the sheriff, mayor, and things like that in those yeah, I probably will, David. I probably will. I know how you create yourself. And I don't know, it could be just the air is on, but I hate to get up off the camera and turn that off because I feel like it might be what you're hearing. But if it's static, it also could be this cord right here that I probably could just switch out, but I'm just not going to do it right now because I don't want to mess the stream up. Um, so yeah, if it's messed up, then it just gotta be what it is. I can't really hear on my end. So David, if you send me like a little, I can't even do that because if you send me a recording, it's still gonna mess up. But anyway, so for the SBA, if that's what you like, then cool. I support Jane Barbie, so I do think it's a good event for her to throw every year, if she can. So yeah, I don't think nothing is wrong with that. And I think this year I seen the least amount of commentary. It could have been me just working and not being able to see it. It could have been me doing other things. I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all saw as far as the SBA goes. But yeah, I definitely thought everybody looked good. Everybody had a um, good showing. And shout out to all the winners. For me, in the category that I would be more concerned about with podcast of the year, I want to shout out the Strong Friend podcast. I actually was on their podcast last year. I think George on there too, so y'all go check them out, check that out. And those are two people I feel like are trying their best to stay afloat, doing their things. They got I think season 3 coming out soon that they working on. So I think that's good for people who also saying need a push, but want to push themselves to do better and be in different rooms, or also uh, go from A to B as far as I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna turn it into that. You're only gonna do that in rooms where people can help you that you can't get to help yourself. So there's that. Uh, as far as any negativity is concerned with that, I don't know. I don't be having no negativity. I think everybody that be nominated for the most part, they matter in the city. So that's all that really matters. But she's doing a great job with that. I feel like she'll do it for a long time. I've been hearing some things, but maybe it's possible she won't. I don't know. I think people have a good time when they go there. Very elegant. It looks Grammy esque. So and then shout out to the winners. I wish what she would do is I wish she would put out a list of winners. Um, I feel like maybe I need to change the microphone too. Let me just do that. And y'all let me know if now David done messed me up with the audio. Let me see. Let me know if y'all still hear the same thing. But I wish she would put out a list of winners so I would be able to go through a list and just talk to y'all about who won and congratulating them. But I know EJ Rogers won runner up comedian of the year. I think Tyrus Tim won comedian of the year. Shout out to Peebo, he won I think small business or entrepreneur of the year. Shout out to PJ Ware. I know PJ King's won an award. I like the fact that a lot of people that won awards, I was able to interview them this year or in the past year. So it just goes to show you a lot of times people feel like, you pick and choose. Which I definitely do for my guests. But a lot of times people feel like, it's about popularity and stuff. But a lot of times when I interview people, they don't even be like a hot topic at the time. Not that I make them a hot topic, but they don't be a hot topic at the time. If anything, uh, they start to grind more and people start to have more eyes on them, and then they do their thing. So I definitely wanted to congratulate all the people who was on for the Masters that won an award. So that's why I wish I had a list so that I could go line for line on who did this and who did that. But Um, Nonetheless, congratulations to everybody who won an award. I think we got the IHAs coming up next, so I want to say that's in March. So shout out to J. Paul for that, and shout out to the city. Speaking of and shout out to the city, I made a post earlier, right, about people, just complaining or always blaming the city of Augusta. And I noticed that's a common thing. Whenever things don't go our way, we blame the city, we blame Augusta. Why, I don't know, but that's just happens to be a thing that people tend to do. For me, one thing about it, I've been doing this almost 10 years now, and I have never, and if I ever did, I think I did one time, but I never complained, not online. I ain't never. What up, Walt? How you doing? I'll make sure y'all go check out Walt episode. We did a live. He was funny, man. Walt was on that Walt, man. But yeah, 10 years. I've never, long posts, short posts, or bash the city in any kind of way because of lack of support, because of things not going my way, people not listening to an episode. I can only go off what I do. But like, if it's an episode I put out and people don't really like rock a lot, I move on to the next episode. And if I can bring that episode back around another time, then I do that. But if I can't, I just can't. There ain't no way around that, in my opinion. And so when I see it, I always call it out. Sometimes people get upset. I understand. I ain't getting to all that, but I always mean well when I'm calling it out because I feel like what you don't realize is people are having conversations. Sometimes with me, sometimes with other people about a particular post that you're saying. They're breaking your words apart. You might not mean it that way because you said it out of emotion. You saying it the wrong way, and that all can get convoluted a lot. So I always try to tell people to. I use the word bitching. I know people hate that word. They feel like they feel less of a man, but men do it sometimes. When you moving out of emotion, a lot of times I'm gonna call it bitching, and I don't like people to bitch and complain and moan about things that they can change. So when I say I-20, that's what I'm talking about. I was saying like people complain, they blame the city of Augusta, and then they say I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna leave, whatever, whatever. But I-20, the craziest thing about the I-20, in my opinion, is like, and I thought it was odd, when I drove the other day, you know. So if you want to leave Augusta, right, and then let's say you happen to run into I-20, like if you go like that way, you can like reach Atlanta, Alabama. You can go to all them places. Then if you go that way, like you can go like to Carolina, Florence, Charlotte. It's like all those things lead you to out of Augusta. You know what I'm saying? So
Another Dollar General.
I feel like if you're really serious about not wanting to be here, or you feel like you're not appreciated and you want to go elsewhere and you want to do things, then go. Like, just go. Rochelle said, I-20 takes you everywhere. Hell yeah. Ain't never about what city or state that you're from or in, but it's how you go about things with yourself and your situation. Yo, exactly, Walt. You ain't said nothing wrong. It ain't nothing about the city you. It's about how you move, how you get from point A to B. The connections you make, the things you do. A lot of times, and just to be honest with you, a lot of people just they hustle so much that they don't do things the right way. Like, hold up, let me get my buttons right. Sometimes they hustling and they not like really creating a business. They're not generating quote unquote wealth. They're not putting up. They're not trying to upgrade. They're doing the same thing they did last week, which was kind of bare minimum just to make a certain amount of money. Like, and I'm not dissing it because get your money, do what you got to do. But when people complain, I notice the people that complain are always people like that. I want to give a shout out. I know people think I'm a spokesperson for this guy, but I'm not. Man, clap it up. Shout out to Kitchen Kings. Yep, yep, yep. Shout out to Kitchen Kings. One thing I give P, like I give them, is people can talk bad about Kitchen Kings. They could bash Kitchen Kings. It could be a viral status about this happened or that happened. They didn't like the service here and like that. You never see him like spaz out in the comments, make a post subliminal about this, that, and the third. Uh, really respond in a negative way to people online. He just make you feel appreciated. Hey, I apologize. What can we do going forward? Like that to me is like should be the standard of customer service. Even last year when he had the guy come on in, he did the review or whatever the case may be, and in the midst of him doing that review, I think the guy was saying the food was nasty down there. He told him come back and like when I see things like that, it's hard for me to it's hard for me to understand when somebody's complaining about whatever they complain about. And it could be your own business, it could be your living situation, jobs. You kind of create content, you try to sell merch or whatever the case may be. When I see people complain, I'm like, well, just go elsewhere and do it if that's the case. The beautiful thing about Augusta, once again, is you got the I-20 and it take you everywhere you need to go. Atlanta, Alabama, South Carolina, North Carolina, like Fayetteville, like Florida. The 20 will take you where you need to go. And it's right there. It's right there. So that be my thing. And I'm hopefully I ain't being long winded on that because I don't like never trying to down nobody. But for me, it's like I said, somebody who been here doing it for a long time. I know a lot of things take time. So whether it's 9, 10, 7 years, 6 years, however long you got, um, it's all it takes is one bad post. All it takes is one bad response. All it takes is one to flush like a lot of years of work down the drain. And sometimes you never know when somebody is running into you. So the first time I hear about you is a post you complaining. How you think I'm looking at you? Like you just never know. So I really feel like people, and that's why I think people need to take the business classes or like get certified in like public speaking or communications with having a small business because I see so many people I think lose not just following per se, but they lose like um, customers. They lose a certain demographic of people who would buy their food, buy their merch, buy their music, whatever, because they complain. But if you took a class and you took the proper steps to make yourself a better you, and that's whether it's a musician, a cook, a chef, a fashion designer, a podcaster, whatever it is that you're doing, that you're trying to sell. I think you need to take those classes so you know not to say the wrong thing. And I also want to add into that as well that when you are relying like when you relying on service like people to serve you like you serving people. I'm sorry. So if I'm serving somebody and I'm relying on people to spend money with me, I'm relying on people to keep my brand going. I'm relying on people to buy merch, buy my food, buy this that. And you gotta be careful what you're talking about because you talking to the people that's buying your stuff, So, and but like I said, that's on. I've always been this way. I've been consistent since I started this. Like, if you ever feel like you outgrown the city or you good for the city or this not the place for you, like you're not appreciated. I always tell somebody. I'll tell my daughter the same thing. If you don't feel appreciated, leave, leave. The biggest thing about this is like while you on Bobby Jones driving to Washington Road, you got a choice. Got a choice. Atlanta, South Carolina. Just drive down 45 minutes. We'll miss you, but it's what it is. So that's my thing with the whole, people whining, complaining, and things of that nature. I ain't really big on that. Again, anybody watching, I know some people watching now. If y'all wanted to call, if you got my number, you can call and chime in. I might let you in for a little. Might say nothing crazy. It's live. Don't say nothing crazy. But that's just me. And I make sure y'all go vote for Q too. She running for District 130, uh, March 10th, or voting. So make sure y'all go vote. Make sure y'all go vote. I've been hearing a lot of talks about gatekeeping as well. Gatekeeping. I was on the radio. I did Foxy 103. I'll put that out tomorrow on Facebook. I did film it. I was on the radio with DJ Sellis, and the term gatekeeping was coming around. I heard some rumors. I'm not gonna say a lot. Like I do media, so I hear a lot about people who go back and forth, who got problems, and the who, what, whys, and whens of things. I'm not being able to do something here because I did something here or whatever. I don't know. I never ran into any gatekeeping, I don't think. But I'm not sitting here saying I'm an anomaly, like I'm just the best person in the world. But like when I started to do podcasts and stuff, I never asked somebody for nobody approval. I never asked Kid Joe, hey, can I do this? Or Pete Nice, hey, can I do this? Or Craig Boogie, hey, can I do this? I met these people way, way, way down the line, and they kind of already knew who I was by the time I met them. 'Cause I put my own work in. When it comes to like, gatekeeping, I think gatekeeping is only what you allow it to be. Like I'm never relying on anybody to let me do something or let me in on any event of things of that nature. I'm gonna create my own before I ever fall victim to gatekeeping. That's just me. Um, I don't make music. I'm not an artist, so I don't know how that feels when you want to do Mayfest or you want to do Power Fest or you want to perform at Icons or Pedal Pub or Status Bar. I don't know how that works. I don't do that. But I know for me, if I wanted to do that, I would just do what I'm doing now, and I would set my camera up, do my thing live, and create my own audience. So in talking about gatekeeping, I would tell anybody that's doing anything, um, if you can find a way to create your own audience or cater to your audience on your own, do that first before you rely on anybody to give you a pass because you're good at something or they need you or you can help them. And secondly, with gatekeeping is um, a lot of times it's not necessarily gatekeeping. For me, it's like right. And I'm gonna say something spicy right now. I don't care. So I got one, two, three, four. I got about 4 or 5 text messages about somebody posting that they're gonna start a podcast. Okay, somebody I know, so it's not a big deal. Right? And I think he had a podcast before he ended up going to jail or something like that. So that's fine, right? And I think that the wording on the wording on his flyer, whatever you want to call it, was like more than a podcast, whatever. Of course, I got some messages about like what that means, that and third. I'm so much like I'm not a gatekeeper that I will support it anyway. Now, granted, I don't know. I will say this: sometimes people be playing, so I don't know if people be playing trying to be funny or like want attention. I don't know that to be the thing. I will tell everybody and everybody that know like I'm always gonna be funnier. So if that is the case, it'll get we'll have a joke off on that, and I'll show people I'm funny. But I think if it's just a serious thing for real that somebody want to do, I support people so much that I would let somebody borrow some equipment. I will come film your episode for you. I'll let you come sit down with your episode. Hey, this is how we do stuff. I'll put you in a room with people that can, help you get the right equipment, have the right structure. I will do that for you. That's me. I'm so much like I'm the opposite of a gatekeeper. If anything, I might open that motherfucker a little too much. Like Dorian called me all the time. Hey man, you gotta chill with the guests you have in your podcast. I get it. Happy birthday, Dorian, by the way. Happy birthday to Dorian. His birthday, so clap it up for him real quick. You know what I'm saying? So,
Another Dollar General.
but for me, like I don't know nothing about gatekeeping. Let me read the comments real quick. It says, "We love to hear you. Know you got my continued support. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. I gotta have you on at some point, man. I know you for a minute. I know you was in school. You got some funny things about you. I want to talk about. You a good guy. I watched you live earlier today too. I thought it was cool. Um, it says, make your own seat at the table. That way you can open the gate yourself. Yep, yep. That's what it's about to me. I don't believe in like none of that stuff. And I think you build. You gotta build. Another thing about gatekeeping is this. I think sometimes it's not even gatekeeping. I think people want to get into an environment way too soon, like way before they are ready for that environment. That's another thing. I can tell you right now. Knowing what I know now, there's certain people I thought they was like, yo, like I thought they was up here, right? Because of what I saw, what I didn't know, right? And then you meet them, you around them a little bit, you get in certain rooms, you put your work in, like, cause you're not in that whatever gate, but you be putting your work in. And then I finally got to really see the real them. It's like, oh, you're not really what I thought you was, right? And so imagine somebody rushing to enter a gate, enter a community, because of how they view people, only to realize like you was better off where you was at anyway. So sometimes I think there's a pro and con of gatekeeping, and a pro being you possibly not being ready for what you think you're ready for. So again, that's just my opinion um, on that gatekeeping topic. But I don't know. It'd be a lot of like inner beefs and stuff in the city. Even for me, and I'd be transparent because I think I've won off being transparent with the audience, right? Um, gatekeeping. I was tagged in a post um, a little while a month ago or something like that. Somebody wanted a certain individual on a podcast with me. Okay, me and this said individual uh, I had words or whatever the case may be. I don't have no real issue with this particular individual, and I don't think that particular individual has an issue with me. Um, I don't think right, but I was tagged in the post. Uh, my first words were, I don't have a problem with it. If they open to it, we can knock it out. We could do it. Because I'm not gatekeeping, right? And the thing is this, because of that individual and the kind of music they make and what they talk about, I know that if anybody around here, even in Georgia, I mean, even the bigger platforms, straight facts, all that stuff, straight up podcast, whatever, to do in Atlanta, whatever, um, I think that I would be the one to give him the best interview based on my style of interviewing. I'm not for everybody. I understand that. My style is not for everybody. But because of what I know of that individual and what they've been through and what they've overcame, I know they got a story to tell. I feel like if you're talking about storytelling and podcasting in this area, I'm the guy to go to. And so me, I'm so much of the opposite of a gatekeeper. I'm like, okay, cool, that's fine. Now, what the other person wants to do, don't that's fine. I'm not rushing for it. I'm not aiming for it. I'm not saying I need to do it, but would I? Of course, like because I'm not. If people want it, I'm gonna do it if I feel like it makes sense. So I never gatekeep on that standpoint. I got other artists hit me up. I want to come on a podcast. I don't trying to say no because they not on a certain level. I don't be saying no because you know they don't have a certain a number of streams. When I say I don't say no. I just don't answer sometimes. I don't answer sometimes. So
Another Dollar General.
I think for me, it's more so about your story. Like, I don't care about your music per se. I care about your story. Like what story do you have? And that's my thing. So I never gatekeep, but I also feel like because of people supporting the brand and loving what I bring to the table as far as painting the city in a certain light, I do have to be conscious of the guests I have on, right? Because if once I post you on my story, if you see the message, if you see the messages I get, sometimes when I post people my story, people like, oh, we don't want to see this shit, man. Like, damn, I don't be knowing. Like, I be really enamored with some of the guests I have on, and I be hyped like to get that to y'all. And then when I get it to y'all, I don't know that y'all like, hey, that person. I don't care about that. I don't be knowing. I got to comment real quick. It says, listen, let's be clear. I have never been designed to sit at anyone's table. And one thing about me is that God has kept me, and He will always keep you. Definitely, definitely. Heavy on the don't answer. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I'm horrible. I'm horrible at texting. I'm horrible at responding. I ain't gonna lie now. Listen, this is I will say this. I'm not saying this. Miss Petty. I ain't saying you gotta do that. Miss Petty is crazy. That's a real name though. But um, I will respond to like Apple Pay and Cash App. Like it's something about that ding. Like those got a distinctive ding. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and it lifts my spirit up. A lot of other stuff like I carry so much sometimes that sometimes I feel like opening the text and reading it is like somebody opening a book bag and putting more stuff in my book bag. So most times I just try to like kind of breeze through the day. But that's just me. Again, that's just me. What's going on? What's going on? Uh, for me, I don't believe in the whole gatekeeping thing because I feel like the way the world work now, you can do your own thing. So even if you feel like it's gatekeeping involved in where you at, leave. If gatekeeping be involved, you at leave. I keep telling you, I-20 right there. Like I-20 ain't far. I-20 is not far. Hello everybody. Beverly's Body Butter is in the chat. Congratulations on your IHA nomination, King. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Another thing about the SBAs and the IHAs too. I feel like once you won one time, I know people don't want to look at it this way because about how our mind work, right? When somebody wins the Oscar, they don't be like, oh, uh, 2014 Oscar winning. No, they say Oscar winning, Oscar award winning, whatever you are. And so IHAs, SBAs, I could not win another one IHA again. I could not win another SBA again or whatever. That won't really change or shape me anyway, at any form of fashion. But I already won. So but I win in my mind every day. Like if I'm being honest with you, I feel like I win in my mind every day. So tell us what your unread message and how many unread messages you have. I'm showing that. Let's see. Jesus Christ. Un unread. 283. Y'all ain't be able to see it. The camera too far. 283. Ain't that bad? 283 ain't bad. 283 ain't bad. Let me see something. David sent me some with Jane Barbie, so I do think it's a good event for the throw every year. Oh, I think that is this then, if that's the case. But hope if is the audio still choppy and still messed up? I don't know if it is. If it is, you need to let me know. But it's probably just the cord. I think it's an old cord. I had a lot going on, so it's probably the cord. If I am choppy, I'm sorry. I won't happen again. If y'all like the live, the thinking out loud for me to do it live, I'll do it like this from now on. I won't even do it pre-recorded. I'll let y'all chime in. Y'all just gotta let me know. If the mic is choppy, again, I apologize. It won't happen again. I think this is an old XLR cord. I think I bought this about 9-10 years ago. Okay. Okay. So yeah. I would don't want to get up and get another one. Let me see. Give me a second. Let me see. Oh. Shit. All right, what about now? All right, if it's choppy now, shit, if it is, I don't know. I ain't gonna lie to you. If it's choppy now, then something just broke. But y'all let me know. I need the yes or no. I got that yes pretty quickly. I need that no just quick. Come on, talk to come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I'm playing. But yeah, I only got 243 unread messages. Yes, you're choppy. It's nothing personal. You will not get to respond to them. Yeah, yes it is. It's not personal. It ain't like oh this person like that. It's not choppy. Okay, thank you. Yo, nah, hold up. It's 90% less choppy. Yo, niggas is crazy, bro. Come on. Y'all make sure y'all check out the Priscilla Elliott episode as well. She had a funny Usher Let It Burn story. Can I tell it on here? I need to start. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna start. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have to have segments. Like I want to go to right now, but I feel like if I go to my Instagram and just play it, it's too much. I'm doing too much, so I don't want to do it right now. I got y'all attention. I want to keep it there, but it's clear. Thank you. I appreciate you. Appreciate y'all. All right, so it was an XLR cord. I'm sorry. So, David, shout out to David. He sent me the audio, so I know it was kind of choppy. It's my bad. Chill. All right. It's hot in here too. But yeah, as far as gatekeeping, I do feel like but I think too, gatekeeping is only really allowed too when you're not able to create your own kind of wave, emotional, create your own outlet for whatever you're trying to do. But I think gatekeeping comes from relying on other people to do things for you too. I don't rely on nobody else to really do something for me, but I will say that you gotta create those relationships and just create them. Like you don't have to. I think picking sides in certain things too would be another thing. Like people pick sides and issues and things that have nothing to do with them. So a lot of times what look like gatekeeping is somebody just really keeping that same energy with you. Ooh, that's a bar. That's tough. That's tough. That's a real thing now. That's a real thing. Like people will just keep energy with you. So it's not they gatekeeping. It's like remember when you chose a side and you didn't have to choose a side? Well, now you can't do this. That's just how it goes. Well, you're having clear moments and your choppy moments, but clear for the most part. I appreciate that, man. Uh, I got a new mic and cord for you. I told you that probably in the unread text.
Another Dollar General.
You probably did. I don't know. I do got enough equipment though, for real, for real. Like I said, if it's choppy right now, it sounds beautiful in my headphones. But again, these are brand new headphones. By the way, these are great. They sound great. I like the way it sound. I'm not hearing what you guys hearing. Sorry, um, but I'll fix that going forward. This is an old cord. I had this cord. I bought this cord. This cord probably older than my daughter. So I apologize. Uh, crying. Yeah, got crazy. Uh, yeah. So again, shout out to everybody who won the SBA award. I definitely commend everyone. And another thing with gatekeeping too was like a few people had on. So for the SBA awards, from what I know, if I'm wrong, somebody correct me. I don't know if there's any of the SBA people in here. If I'm wrong, correct me. But I think you got to nominate yourself, right? And then I think it's a fee or something. I don't know. So I don't. If I'm wrong, I'm not trying to be facetious, right? So, um, what I've done in the past is whoever have won, mind you, I podcast. There's no shade, no disrespect to anybody. Not my guy CY, not my guy Slim Tommy, my guy Juanito, Juanito Cooks. I'm trying to think of all Mo Shay. She did her. No disrespect to nobody that do podcasting of any sorts. It's no disrespect. However, I feel like I'm a top. I'm pretty decent. I feel like I'm pretty decent. I feel like I'm pretty all right. And so I'm so much not I'm so much the opposite of a gatekeeper that in the past, whoever won podcast of the year, I have always reached out and tried to have them on a podcast to congratulate them, to to speak life into them, to give them kudos, like to put. I've always done that. I've never, ever, ever, ever been a hater and been like, oh hell no, like you should never. I don't care. Like I feel like winning the award, whatever it do for you, it do something for you. If it boosts your morale, then it's a win, right? If it gets you in rooms that you wouldn't have gotten to, then it's a win. If it's just a social media post and you get a lot of likes, and now he's saying, "Oh, they do this. I didn't know he did that." It's a win. It's no real way to lose there, right? And I don't care how bad or good. I ain't gonna lie. The first year I wasn't hating, but I was like, but it's not a big deal. I gotta be transparent. I can't. That's the thing about being loud. You say things you probably shouldn't say, but just being transparent. I was like, damn, she had one episode how she went, but it's no big deal. It's rules and regulations for reasons, and I appreciated it. But I feel like I've always been that open door. Like, oh, you got this, cool. I've I've in it every year SBA's happened. I have interviewed somebody that won it, whether it be Media of the Year, whether it was EJ one year, whether it was the Cedric one year. I interviewed Tyra Tillman one year, Mike Gibson, Shay Good, Miss Lucky. I mean, Teacher of the Year. I have interviewed these people that's been on and that won. I have any people that won and didn't win, didn't get runner up, nothing. I just still interviewed them. Like I'm always trying to highlight the city and try to highlight people. So for gatekeeping, um, and it's not, I never was involved in that anyway. So like, it's not, I'm not saying that I'm not involved just to say it. I'm saying it because it's been coming up, and for some reason people have been talking to me about it. Like I don't know, I'm not in that world of like the nightlife and radio per se. I don't know what beats people have. Nobody has put their hands on me. So I don't know. Like it's certain. Like I'm hearing about gatekeeping, and I'm hearing people got hands put on them. Well, it's kind of what happens. You can't beat somebody up or put your hands on somebody and expect them to give you opportunities. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing with what I'm doing here. Imagine one person was commenting, but every time that person commented, like I didn't acknowledge it. I didn't say nothing about it. I didn't put it on the screen. Like they would feel away. You know what I'm saying? And I can't expect them to then support what I'm doing. Listen to my podcast, share my podcast. By the way, if you're watching this live, please share it live. If you're watching this live, please share it live. If you're watching this live, please share it live. And if you ain't already saw, I got this shirt. Make sure y'all go vote for Q, District 130, March 10th. And learn the ballot too, if y'all can. But that's another story. I know y'all here for entertainment. I ain't here for preachy stuff, so I understand. Um, but yeah, I never been into gatekeeping. I never even somebody I dislike when my fellow peers, comrades, be like, yo, think about such and such, think about such and such. I tell them the real. I'm like, it'll be an interview. Do it this way, do it that way. Just don't do X, Y, Z. And just don't do ain't a person. It's just like I'm letting them know how to deal with that person, so they don't run into the same thing I ran into. So I ain't never, ever, ever been that. Self-nominated with purchase of a ticket. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So yeah, so with the SJs, whoever win, I try to put them on. I try to me and whenever she ready, she told me she was ready one day that she wasn't ready. So I don't know. Miss Petty, I wanted to do an episode, just some kind of commentary with her, so that we can tell y'all about like taxes and maybe where you want to go, where you don't want to go, some things you don't want to hear, with some red flags as far as phrases, you know, um, as far as taxes are concerned. Even going forward to the next year, like how should you do your tax thing at your job? As far as y'all keep putting down, y'all got 1,000 dependencies, you ain't got to pay taxes, but then you're trying to do your tax later on, and one way you're not getting nothing back. And then you think she doing something wrong because she doing her job, but you want somebody else to time you tap in, they giving you 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bands, and you getting arrested the next year. I said a lot. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Um, yeah, and I appreciate everybody that's watching live too. By the way, um, nobody said yes or no when I said if I should do the rest of my thinking aloud this way. I wouldn't mind doing them live, as long as it's gonna be like a commentary, going back and forth. I did want to try a phone call on here, but I ain't gonna force it. I feel like if it's going swell, then let it go swell. I know we had some technical difficulty with the choppiness, so I'm trying to let that rock out. But this right now, I'm streaming this on Facebook on my Bobby Boucher page. It's also on my More Than a Masters page, and then it's also on my YouTube More Than a Masters page. If you aren't following me on YouTube, please go subscribe. If you aren't liking or following the More Than a Masters page, please go do that. I know I don't normally post on there a lot, but I do need to get better at that. So if y'all don't mind, that'd be nice. And if follow my Bobby Boucher page, no, that's not my real name, just in case anybody is wondering. But I'm sure y'all guys know that. Y'all seem like y'all some intelligent folks. Um, let's see. Miss Hall is the best tax provider, in my opinion, and she shared a lot of very informative information. Check the messages Saturday. Will do. Will do. Um, drop the info. I'm gonna try to drop the info. I do want to say something though, because you said somebody was the best tax provider. Um, if y'all could put in the comments, what are some good things, like what's something that makes somebody a really really good tax provider or preparer. I don't know how to even say that word. Um, for some people, it's strictly money. Uh, what's your real name? Slim Shady.
Another Dollar General.
Nah, I'm just playing. Eric Mays. Yeah, my name is Eric Mays. Um, yeah, Eric Mays. Born and raised in Detroit, Michigan. Uh, I got into politics later on in life, but yep, that's my name. Nah, everybody know my name. My name's Jermaine. Everybody know that. It's spelled funny, but and my name is Jermaine. So if anybody need to know, my name is Jermaine. But I I grew to like Bobby, so you guys can call me Bobby if y'all see me out, and not worry about me having to say that's not my name. I'm gonna answer to it. Actually, people call me that out now, so it's kind of just stuck with me. Um, so yeah, my name is Bobby to y'all, but my real name is Jermaine. That's my dad's name, so I was named after Jermaine Jackson from the Jackson Five. But the spelling just is just not it's not there. Y'all can call me Maine for short. I ain't gonna lie. If I gotta choose between y'all calling me Maine or Bobby, call me Bobby. Maine just seems like you know me, and I'm like, yo, don't like, yo, hold up,
Another Dollar General.
don't short my name, please. Like, don't short my name if you don't know me, bro. Like, it's one. I can't stand that somebody say, "What's your name?" Oh, ID. No, don't call me that. Call me my government name and don't say nothing at all. The hell, showing in my name and you don't know me. Crazy how you can tell a lie with a straight face. Nah, it ain't crazy. I'm just human. What up? What up, Robert? Hi, my name is. Wow, yippee yo, yippee yay. It says should be someone who is knowledgeable, ethical, and compliant. A dazzle of customer service. A dazzle was crazy. Goes a long way. Hey, what's the measurement for dazzle? I need to know that right now, Miss Petty. Anybody in the comments, the best definition wins a text back. What is the like what's the measurement of a dazzle? I need to know. Is that like that or is it like a dazzle of customer service goes a long way? All those components make great filing experience for the ones who take taxes seriously. Hey, them last couple words is important. The ones who take taxes seriously. But yeah, someone who's knowledgeable, ethical, and compliant. What y'all think about that? Y'all want a compliant tax preparer, or y'all just want to get y'all money? Main seems personal. Yeah, like bro, where you came from? Smidgen. Is this smidgen or smidget? I'm gonna trust your wording because you got a great vocabulary, Miss Priscilla. Uh, I thought it was smidget, like SMIDGET. But if it's smidgen, I've been saying it wrong my whole life. See, you learn things, man. I would never know that if I didn't go live today. So, hey, kudos to me. Clap it for me for learning words. Be in the right room. And no gatekeeping. Hey, don't gatekeep your vocabulary, man. If you know a big word, say it, man. Hell, you want to seem smart too. Yeah. It's Petty. You supposed to tell me with a dazzle of customer service. I just need to know what that looks like. I might put that in my new training methods. Like, just you ain't gotta be too peachy. You ain't gotta smile too crazy. Just give them a dazzle of customer service. A dazzle. What do you think is more, a dazzle or like a pinch? Like a pinch. No profanity. And the response within 7 business days is a great expectation for a dazzle. Okay. Okay. I've been dazzling. Wait, hold on. It says responds within 7 days. Okay, well, I probably don't be dazzling. I do curse a lot in my other life. Okay. No profanity and a response within 7 days is a great expectation for dazzle. All right, we learn things. Dazzle. Yo, reading is fundamental. I want to start saying that out of nowhere. I know it came out of nowhere, but I want to say that. And I also want to say that learning vocabulary is a beautiful thing. So I might need to make that a thing, man. I might need to holler at Miss Priscilla and Miss Petty and get new words to come on the live and just start using like I knew what it meant, you know. And the only thing I hate is how like people when they finally find a new word, like they use it for every single thing. And I'm okay with using big words, but it's like, oh, you ever like I know for me, I don't know about y'all, but when I be talking to people and we kicking it or like it could be a homeboy or whatever, it ain't gotta be like on like boy like man woman type stuff, but sometimes that too. You ever find that people just like steal your vocabulary, steal like your whole lingo and stuff, like words you always use, and they start using like, oh, what you when you when you start using that word, bro, like I need to know. I really be needing to know. So I know for me, if that happens to me, I don't mind if it's intentional. So I want to start using bigger words. So smidgen, dazzle, like I'm loving it. Somebody, yo, if you watching this right now, comment your favorite word. We here, F it. Comment your favorite word if you watching this right now. Like I want to know your favorite word and tell me what it means, or I can guess what it means for right now. We got a little bit of time. I can guess what it means. Like plethora. Oh God, please, no. Oh, I done heard plethora of times, bro. I'm good on that. Like I'm straight, I'm straight on plethora. Jesus, a lot, please. Like sometimes you ain't gotta use the big. A lot. I do use. I'm not gonna lie. I do use plethora if I'm talking like in a meeting, something like that. It just sounds good. But see, I be stuttering. Sometimes I can't get the word out. So sometimes I can't say. I be like, and I stop. I stop. I can't. I ain't got time for that. Plethora is just kerfuffle. I heard that word before. Use it in a sentence. I'm gonna find out what it means without using my phone. Am I saying it right? Kerfuffle? Yeah, I think I'm saying that right. Now niggas scared to put words. Yo, you ask nigga to put words in. Now if I said drop cash apps, niggas be dropping them. Said drop words. If you had to go find a dictionary, don't worry about it. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Um, yeah, I do think reading is fundamental. Speaking of reading, shout out to Miss Chanel Hall. I'm working on something right now. I'm trying to put something together. But if you look at my TikTok, I put a little snippet out of it. She throws a book event monthly, and I think this next one is in March. I don't know the date off the top of my head right now, but she throws a book event, and it's really cool how it works, right? So you can bring your kids, and they can get free breakfast. It's called Jules Breakfast or Jules Bags and Breakfast or something like that. Books, bags, and breakfast. And what happens is they come, the kids is free. So the kids get a ticket. They go to Cafe on which is right next door. They get breakfast, and adults gotta pay. But it's $20. You get to do stuff with your kid. You get your breakfast. You come back to the table. It's a plethora of books. Yo, look at that, man. So stop playing with me.
Another Dollar General.
Stop playing with me. It's a plethora, a plethora
Another Dollar General.
of those too. There's a plethora of books on these tables and stuff, right? And you read them, and the thing is this: you get to take one home. You see, your kid can take one home. So man, y'all can chill, eat y'all breakfast, read, and y'all get read too, because she normally have like a feature author or somebody there that can read a book at the end and they talk. But everybody doing their thing. So the kid takes a book home, right? And you can read it that month, whatever case may be. Then next month you come back and you swap out books. But you get your book bag, a little drawstring, breakfast, your books you get to read. And it's a good bonding moment. So for parents who work a lot, who feel like they can't find the time to do things with their kids, there's an event you can go to, and it's fundamental. You can kill a lot of birds with one stone. We're not killing animals. It's just a figure of speech. And I think that's a great event to me. So I went twice already. First time I took my daughters, and second time I just filmed it. I'm gonna go a third time with both my daughters this time, and we're gonna have a good time. But y'all meet me there. I'll make another video at some point when I got the actual date. I don't know what the actual date is, but I know it's in March. I don't know if it's the first or the second Saturday, but y'all check them dates. Let's see. It says Bobby gets a kick out of starting a kerfuffle online. I ain't never started no kerfuffle, did I? No. Let me tell you about starting. Let me tell you. Hold on. Where's the info? Her name is Chanel Hall on Facebook. But if you go to my TikTok, I posted it so you can see a little bit of it. But I will post info and tag anybody who wants to be tagged in it this week once I get the flyer from her if she hasn't already made it. Um so yeah. But I mean before I read the last comment, Mr. Williams, it says Bobby gets a kick out of starting a kerfuffle online. Look, I don't be starting things. Like, I don't be trying to end them. Like it just at the day gotta end. That's all. But I don't try to I don't wake up with like uh kerfuffle on my mind. The few times that people have seen some things happen or whatever, usually it's like one person just kind of got sensitive or emotional, or and sometimes because like I said, I put a lot of work in, a lot of time in, like really honing my skills and creating relationships with people, developing those, building community, whether it's podcasting, creating content, whatever the case may be, over the course of however long. And I feel like sometimes people do whatever they could do to kind of be attached to your name too. So that go back to earlier. I said I don't gatekeep because somebody posted something and they might be trying to be funny with their name, or I don't know. But I know that people be wanting a reaction out of you as well. So I know I joke a lot online about like this, that, and third, but in seriousness, in real life, I don't be playing around like that. So like when I joke online with women or like with my friends or something like that, it's all jokes. It's cool. It's cute. Like kumbaya, we good. But when somebody like take it to the next level and they be like saying crazy stuff or like acting like something is what it's not, that's when I want to start a kerfuffle for real. Cause I be seeing people in real life and they don't. I be seeing in real life and they be very welcoming. Let's just say that, very very welcoming. Um, what are what are good books based on everyday life? Priscilla, somebody has a question for you.
Another Dollar General.
Because for me, I'm not. I will read a book here and there. Like I like biographies more than anything. I honestly read like self-help books like that. I probably should. I'll read some stuff dealing with mental health here and there, depending on how my week is going. Like today I had a rough morning. Like I ain't gonna have a rough morning because of some stuff happened yesterday. Had a very rough morning because I had a lot on my mind as I'm driving to work. I'm thinking about some things. So like that days like that are days where I might not read a whole book per se, but I'll go read some kind of self help, mental health kind of books just to get my mind right, so I don't bleed onto other people. You know, when you cut and you hurt, you bleed on. I don't want to be upset, be mad, and then project that onto the next person. So, but y'all could anybody that read a lot of books, Priscilla again, it's Petty again. Y'all kind of some books for Mr. Williams here. You see how I did that? I didn't have a great answer for him, but I know some people got a great answer for him. Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Um, we kind of towards the end, but you know, I was talking about the SBA awards. I was saying shout out to everybody that won the SBA award. I definitely I be seeing a lot of the work people put in, so I'm happy for anybody who win. I did hear some things about people saying that that wasn't their crowd. I can understand that to an extent. Um, yeah, I feel like each his own. You know, if it's not your crowd, you don't nominate yourself. You don't want to be involved. Cool. I do think it's a cool and creative and dope thing for people who wants to create community and who want to create dialogue with winning people. That's another thing. Being in a room full of winners. I think we look at the city, and I think sometimes our perspective is so ooh, what's a good word for this? A lot of times our perspective is so skewed, but also so limited. Oh God, look at me, man.
Another Dollar General.
Our 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 uh our perspective, our point of view, the way we see things be so skewed and limited that we'll look at an event like the SBAs or whatever and we'll say things like, you know, that's not my crowd, I don't mingle with them. And that's and ain't nothing wrong with that, depending on who the person that say it. But sometimes the people that say it be people that ain't really won nothing. And not saying that they want to win an award per se, but just in any facet of life, it's been a long time, maybe since they won something. And so when you see some people or a group full of winners in a room, and you know you can sit there and say, "Well, that ain't my crowd." Um, depending on who say it, once again, because it's some winners that say that as well. Um, but a lot of times, some losers be saying that, just keeping it a bean. It makes you wonder, like, okay, well, cool. You don't want to be in a room full of winners. To each his own. Um, Kim Macon. Hey, what's going on? Man, what is it, 10, 11? What you doing up, man? It's my guy right here, man. And make sure y'all go follow Kim Macon. Also go follow Making a Difference page on Facebook. A very, very dope individual. One of my favorite speakers of all times up there with Fred Hampton. Myopic. Use that in a sentence. Pause. I'm gonna say pause because it sounds like a pause word, but I know it's not. Ken also has a wealth of knowledge and a wealth of vocabulary. Um, I don't know who has more, him or Priscilla. I guess it depends what college they went to. Look at me starting a kerfuffle. um, yeah, but um, I have enjoyed doing the thinking out loud. I'm not gonna lie. Like I know I had some technical difficulties beginning, but I can see me doing this a lot more. I did want to do a phone call. I'm not gonna do it now, but in future, what I'll do is I'll have a number on here. I don't mind my number out because I don't answer the phone anyways. So like y'all already seen it. They'll tell you it's not on purpose. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. This is important to say because I know this is important to say, and the people that's in this chat can agree. I may not always answer the phone. I may not respond to text messages like that, like you know, but I be coming through. Like the job will get done. If I'm on it, the job will get done. So people say what they want to say. You ain't respond. I come through. I deliver. So just make sure when you say doesn't answer the phone, takes long to text back, put in all caps, but the motherfucker delivers. All right, clap it up for me, man. Clap it up for me, man.
Another Dollar General.
Shit, crazy. Um, Definitely keep doing it. All right, so I'm gonna read some more comments real quick. She said, you won too, though, right? Nah, I didn't win the SBA award. Just just clarification also. I wasn't nominated. I didn't. You got to nominate yourself. I didn't nominate myself, but um, I just didn't. I thought I would be in Houston this year anyway. So and I was, but the SBA was, I guess, because of the snow, it got pushed back, pushed back, pushed back, pushed back. That's number one. Number two, no, but the people that I champion and people that I support won. So I feel like I won anyway. And that's I love that. So shout out to everybody who did win. I want to make sure that's clear. I don't want to make it seem like I'm saying F anything. I'm not. Definitely starting a kerfuffle. Uh, Definitely keep doing it. All right, I'm gonna keep doing it. Uh, Thank you. I come through. Tell them, man. I come through. Clap it up for me, man. Come on, tighten up, man. Your word is bond, that's for sure. I try, I try. Hey, friend. Yo, Tiff, what's going on, Tiff? I seen Tiff at the Josie game. Rare sight in the Tiff, man. I said, oh, I heard somebody saying, Bobby. I was like, who's calling me Bobby? I had to turn around. My girl Tiff, man. Her and her moms, man. Funny story about Tiff. Before I really like kind of was cool with her, knew her. We was in this group. I'm saying too much, but it's live. I don't care. We was in this group, and I think Marcus Curry had like made a joke saying he seen her mom or something. I might have laughed or something. And boy, she told me, she's like, hey, I don't know you, nigga. I know him. Like, let him make the joke. You don't make the joke. I was like, damn, chill. But nah, Tiff is cool, man. It's my people, man. For real, for real. Nah, she ain't calling Bobby. You just. It says the audio is funny because that's really how these stories pop up on one in like BC a lot. Yo, I gotta chill, man. Look, no HBCU slander on the pod, man. All right, we gotta be cool. You know I didn't call you no Bobby. You didn't. It just made for a better story, you know. I'm trying to set the tone, you know. I could do a late. I really think I could do late night radio if I really put my mind to it. I just gotta slow my word down. I love sharing. I love sharing too. Fam, you smells funny because of the people like you. Whoa, listen, guys, we gotta play fair, man. Like all HBCUs smell the same. So I've been to a few of them. But yeah, I definitely appreciate all this. So once again, just in closing, if y'all definitely missed anything I was saying, SBAs, clap it up for everybody who won the SBA award. All right, all right, clap it up for anybody who won SBA awards. Shout out to the Strong Friend podcast because those are the homies and they won podcast of the year. So I'm gonna try to get them on a live or a podcast if they are free to do so. So shout out to them. Um, Second thing, I-20. Okay. Um, there's a plethora of exits on the I-20. Okay.
Another Dollar General.
You can go on the I-20. You're listening for people that feel like they one outgrew the city. Augusta's they're not good enough. Augusta's they too good for Augusta. We don't support them. Whatever you want to cry about, complain about, whine about, or blame the city because for some reason it's never the person, right? It's never the person. It's always the city of Augusta. It's never the people, right? So I-20, it's an exit, right? If you go that way, you go to like Atlanta, Alabama type thing. You just go. You just keep driving. If you go that way, you go to like South Carolina, North Carolina, Fayetteville, things like that. Believe it or not. I said to say like if you just take the I-20, you'll leave Augusta, and then you can complain about something else. So that's another thing. Uh, uh, Gatekeeping. Create your own lane. You know, make it to where you don't have to rely on someone else's event, influence, structure, equipment, establishment to get whatever you need to get out. If that's music, if that's merch, that's food, if that's your podcast, that's whatever it is you are selling or giving out or your art, whatever it is. Create your own, create your own garden, create your own front yard, um, and you become your own gate, your own fence, your own community. Build that and then create great relationships and keep them. You don't have to pick a side in every issue. There's people that have issues that I'm calling both parties. You know, it's not the streets. You know, you don't have to pick a side or something like that. Just because Cheech don't get along with Chong don't mean you got to pick a side. You know, unless you want to. But if you want to, once again, real that gatekeeping ain't always just somebody keep you out the gate because they think you're better than them or they feel like they're threatened by you. It's decisions you made, so now they make a decision as well. Yo, come on, man. Tighten up, man.
Another Dollar General.
Come on, man. Um, and says I-20 West will take them clean across the country if they want to go. Yo, she ain't lying. She's not lying. I-20 West to take you clean out of here. Please. It's okay. Uh, hit the boulevard. Definitely. Definitely. You can go Aiken because the highway. It is you could just go straight to Aiken and you can stay over there. I don't know. I just and my thing is like it's not that I feel like people can't complain or they can't voice their frustration. It's a difference between voicing your frustration and bitching in my opinion. I think when I'm saying bitching, and I'm sorry to use foul language, but when I'm saying that, I think like I think whenever you have to have a lot of wording to explain something, and then in the mean of explaining it, then try to double back, you went too far. You done bitch too far. You know, um, don't put a bunch of work in something just to ruin it with one post because you feel bad about it that day. You know, so this once again, this is why people gotta continue to grow, continue to learn, continue to get better at whatever you're doing, whether it be cooking, whether it be cleaning, whether it be you're a spokesperson, you're a podcaster, you're a photographer, you're a rapper, you're an artist, you know what I'm saying? You are a business owner, you wash cars, you mow the lawn, you cut grass, like whatever it is that you do, you build houses, you build roofs, you work on cars, whatever it might be, just get better at whatever it is and become a better spokesperson for yourself. Become a better spokesperson for yourself. Trademark another Dollar General.
Another Dollar General.
We there, baby. Another Dollar General. It's a plethora of those, you know. Um, that's my new button, man. I'm gonna tweak the button a little bit though. I can make it a little louder. You know what I'm saying? I was rushing trying to do some stuff here. I wanted to just get it done. I like to try stuff out here first before I just do a full throttle with it. But this seems to have worked some way, shape, or form. Y'all liked it, so maybe I'll do them the thing out at 10 p.m. or 9 p.m. or whatever on a certain day, and go from there. I don't know. Like y'all gotta tell me what y'all be wanting. But I will be taking like phone calls and stuff like that going forward uh, while we talking because like I would have loved for somebody to call and chime in on the SBAs or have whether it had been Jane Barbie or somebody who won an award. I would love to have somebody chime in on the take I-20 and take your ass on, and that could be somebody who was just from the city and that has supported and uplifted people from the city since they've been here and just don't understand why you can't love the city. I would love to have somebody on to comment on gatekeeping and maybe what they went through at one point in life or what they didn't go through at one point in life. I don't know, but that would have been dope to have had those conversations. Mind you, you're not gonna be on this motherfucker long. Like this is still my show. Let's not hold up. I get that confused. It's still my show. So 2-3 minutes max. Matter of fact, Tiff, if you remember, so you're gonna be late night tea. Oh, come on, Tiff. Come on, man. I might aim with some keys, but now I need my money. I don't want to take money from me. Nah, I could be. It could be a live thing. It ain't gotta be a thing. It could just be something we talk about. People could call and ask a question, and we could just expound on that and help the person get through whatever they get through. It might be some mental health. It might be their girlfriend broke up with them. It might be their boyfriend took their car and never brought it back. Jody. It could be whatever the case may be. Who knows? Um, I wouldn't mind, but yo, that's what I'm gonna do. I was at Edgar's Grill today. You know what I'm saying? And it was a nigga drinking tea, hot tea. I'm gonna be that fancy. Fuck it. If I'm gonna be doing some Keith Sweat late night radio stuff, give me some hot tea right here. Dump the sugar in there. I'll be, you know what I'm saying? sipping it a little bit, maybe a little straw. I don't like sipping on a spoon, a little straw. Just get my voice right, cause I gotta like right now it's cool, but it's like I need a like a little warm drink. You know what I'm saying? Just to kind of soothe the throat, so I can kind of give y'all that kind of you know like hey how y'all doing type of thing. So who knows? You know it says get your sexy voice ready, friend, bro. Born ready. LOL. Oh boy, come on now. It's already cool. See, it's already cool. Not Jody. I think that will be interesting in a good way. Tiff, if you remember, I did one. Shout out to Tiff. She's been around for a minute too. I did one, and you was on there when I was damn. I've been doing it for a long time. Shit. When I was talking about whether I was stirring the pot or not. If y'all ever see me post that stir fry video when I was doing it, whatever, the episode is from she was on the episode. I called Lacey. I called Slim. Another guy, I don't know his name. He was in California. I called him, and I called Tiff, and they all was explaining to me whether I was or wasn't a pot stirrer. So y'all can go watch the episode if y'all want to. But I don't mind doing that. Like I think that build community to me. Like if I can call y'all and have it could be a fun show. I hope no violence to no like nothing bad happen because I say some wild stuff sometimes and I don't like getting their feelings. But yeah, man, we definitely could do that, man. Definitely could do that. Um, yeah. I like this. This was dope. It was real nice. It was 11:30 p.m. You know, we had a good conversation. Hopefully audio in the beginning wasn't too bad for y'all where like y'all couldn't really enjoy the conversation and what I was saying. I hope it didn't like take away from what I was saying, but I did have an old XLR cord. That's my fault. I should never. I had a lot going on. Like I said, I had a rough morning, rough day, but I told myself I wanted to get in here. And anybody that know me, I'm the kind of guy like when I say I want to do something, I'm really not waiting. If I want to do it, I'm going to do it. Now, how successful it is going to be is in question, but I'm definitely going to do what I say I'm going to do. As far as when it comes to this content and getting content out, it is harder these days to record because I took on some other things. So I'm also recording for other. I'm also recording at other places and doing other things with my time. And then once again, make sure y'all go vote for Q. You know what I'm saying? House 130, District 130, March 10th, early voting. Helping my friend Q out with her campaign. Working. I got two daughters. They need attention. I can't just go over my day like they don't exist. They not even going for it anyway. One just texted me a little while and said, "Daddy, when you coming home?" So that means it's time to wrap up. I know code words. I know what that meant. Bailey, I'll be there in a little while. But yeah, I enjoyed this, and hopefully y'all did too. I literally just said that a few minutes ago that he hasn't stirred the pot that much lately. See, it's all about growth, Tiff. Like we can't do them things we did in 2022 and 2023. First of all, I weigh too much now. I weigh too much to be stirring the pot. I need to put the pots and pans down. Um, when I did that with you, I might have been like maybe 190. I thought I was big then. I was big shit. 195. I'm getting big daddy. Now I'm 225, and I'm not saying I don't like the weight and like that. I ain't saying that. I just want I'm heavy. You know, I have to play basketball still here and there. And I feel like before I could play and still kind of like move around. I'm heavy. I'm a heavy boy. I can't do that. Low key, your setup looks exactly like the old school radio jockeys. I like that. I like that. I put a lot of time into like one thing about me, I'm gonna flex here and there. I'm not gonna lie to you. All right. I'm gonna flex here and there. This is my uh SBA podcast of the year from last year. Male positive male influence of the year from 2024, best podcast of the year for 2023, and I gave my mom my other IHA award, and that was most positive influence for 2023, I think, something like that. I know they got the awards coming out next week and things like that. So I think voting is over. So yeah, I didn't really promote the voting this time, but and I feel like letting other people win is cool. Like me winning something like 5, 6, 7, 5 times in a row. I mean, it's cool and all, but I be feeling like I want people to feel would it feel like to do something at a high level or do something very consistently and get rewarded for it. So I'm all for like if I don't win something 3 years in a row, 2 years in a row. I'm cool with that because again, like I'm just super confident in my stuff and what I do and what I put out. Um, but that's just me. I will post the radio. I will post the radio with Foxy 103 interview that I did with DJ Sellers tomorrow morning. Maybe I might just have it air live on here or something like that and post it or something. It's short. It wasn't nothing crazy. Radio interviews is different. But it did open my eyes to the fact that I may possibly could be on radio because I could bring something to there. I feel like back in the day, radio was like you wanted a lot of music. So which is why the internet the interview process is the way it is. We did like a 2 minute interview part, 3 minute interview part, then the last one like 7 minutes, right? And it's like that's how it was. It was kind of chopped up, and I was like, you can't really find your groove that way. Whether I do 90 minutes to 2 hours, and you can find your groove because if you don't find the first 15 minutes, you got the other 15. And but I'm helping you do this because I want a good episode. I want a good conversation, good dialogue. Radio is a little different, but it opened my eyes to the fact that with radio, uh, you got to really have quality questions over quantity. So um, it opened my eyes a little bit. So it was good. I think it was cool. I think y'all like it. So um, I'll put that tomorrow. You can tell me what y'all think about it. Thank you, Michelle. You should have her own so she can speak about what being a vote in the position means for the community. Yeah, I definitely plan to have Q on. I love that. Thank you. Um, who are you interviewing next? Good question. I'm not gonna lie. I got a lot of people that want to get interviewed. I don't like doing too much in a weekend or in a short time span because I lose footage and I get mad. I don't want to lose no footage. I did that already this year. I had to make up for it, and it worked out, but it don't always end up that way. But my next one, I got a few people, but I don't know what order I want to do them in either. And I'm doing something different this year. Not just before I was big on like when I do the episode, I'm putting it out that night. I go home, I edit it, I'm uploading to YouTube. I'm like find a little clip and put on my story. And I always did that wild they guess like, damn, I just did the interview with you. You got something up right now? Cause I feel like they be hype. But I also realize I gotta make a business in a sense. So I want to do something different. Y'all give me your opinion on this. I want to do something different where like if I interview, let's say I interviewed you, Tiff. I interviewed you, right? I'll interview 80 minutes, 2 hours, whatever. I also then want to mic you up and come to like your setting, your life, or your lifestyle. I want to get you having some B roll, some conversation with your clients or your friends or whatever at your workspace. And I want to incorporate that in between the episodes, like every 7 minutes or so, 10 minutes or so, or a dry spot I know is coming up or whatever. I want to put that in there. Put that in there. Like I want to give y'all, no pun intended, no pun intended. I ain't being messy, but I do want to give y'all more than a podcast. If I'm being honest, and I'll be the guy to do that. Me personally. Um, I do want to do that. So I don't know. We'll see. But I do got a few people ready to be interviewed though. So if you give me Martin from What's Up Vibe, what's up? I can work my What's Up a little bit. I ain't gonna lie.
Another Dollar General.
Um, yeah, that's up. I can see that. I love Martin. Do you have a schedule of when the interviews drop? Not really. I used to do it on Mondays. So back when I first started, I used to do it on Mondays. So it was More Than a Masses Monday. Hashtag More Than a Masses Monday. So I try to do Mondays, but nobody has a day no more. So like Slim had Tuesday. I think Mo had Wednesday. So like my goal was to never step on anybody's toes. So even when I had podcasters come in the game and want to do, once again, I don't get keep. I tell them, hey, this person dropped this day, this day, this day. So we got Friday open, Saturday. But if you want to drop another day, do your thing. I'm just letting you know they got a bigger following than you. They drop on Tuesday, so you may not get that much view whatever. And so but now, nah, any day I'm gonna drop. But I like to drop on Sundays. I like to drop Sunday evening, if I can, Sundays. But I also would like to start dropping the podcast in increments of like 15 minutes. Granted, the whole thing on my YouTube, that ain't going nowhere. but I want to drop the podcast like on Facebook or whatever in increments of 15 minutes, like I did back in right before COVID happened. COVID changed the game. I would do that during COVID to build momentum so that people can go watch the podcast, and that helped a lot because you might get a good 15-minute clip. You might get the meat and potatoes of the podcast because you watch this third clip that's 15 minutes and it's all gas, no brakes, whatever they talking about. So I don't know. I think of different things, but to Janessa, to your question, it's no real rhyme or reason to what I do. That's a good idea. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's a great idea of adding more than the podcast. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Somebody made a post the other day and said it's more than a podcast. I don't know if I'm gonna take that, but it's always been more than the masters. And so I want to give you more than just your average podcast feel. I want you to not only see the conversation, but get that in real life from that person. I want to see Quentin White on. Me too.
Another Dollar General.
I do too. I've reached out a few times in the past. I think timing is everything, so I do think he's gonna come on. Like I gotta get a report on know him, I see him. And Quentin White actually interviewed me years ago, so we got some history and some stuff to talk about. I think, but I know he did some great things. Um, I'm okay with y'all setting things up. Y'all could reach out to me and say I reached out to such and such. He said he free this day, this day, this day, and I'm cool with that. Once again, there's other podcasts in the city, but I do feel like how I do what I do bring a different feel. I ain't gonna say level, but I bring a different feel to what to what people's story is. So I want to do that. It says so when the people reach out to you because they want to be interviewed, how do you decide if them or their story has quality and value? I'm gonna ask that question. Oh, she said great question, says. All right. I'm gonna come up there and talk about everybody in the city and run them numbers up. You do that. You know where I'm at. You can see level. Oh boy. All right, but me. Let me answer your question, Tiff. Hold on. It says facts. His story will be great, and I'm definitely gonna get him on. I bet. I love how you're setting yourself apart from just being a podcaster, even though you're definitely already more than that. I try to be, man. More than has always been my thing. So I don't know what niggas got going on, but um, let's see what she said. All right, so when people reach out to you because they want to be interviewed, how do you decide if them or their story has quality or value? Um, I've wa- I always say this answer. I know it sounds political, but I literally no bullshit. I watch. I watch, I watch, I watch. I've been watching since before I was Bobby or whatever. Um, it's a guy right now. Um, I don't want to say his name, but he came home. He did like 10 years, whatever, right? I remember before. His name was I be chilling. I remember before. So I've watched him. Like I seen how he was before. I watched him during his bid and him bigger, him come home and trying to see him mature and stuff. And so I reached out to him and said, yo, at some point I'm gonna have you on, right? And it's not answering your question, but I'm gonna say this part. And he was like, yo, I've been thinking about doing one that's crazy. You reached out, but I need a little time, but I really want to do it. I got a lot of shit been done. I want to say, I already knew that. I already knew that. But for some people, I felt like you have to reach out to them, right? And so when people reach out to me, a lot of times I already got notes of a person that I want to ask or interview or talk to. It does depend on what you're doing. It does depend on what value you bring as far as not to my podcast, but to yourself. Like I don't want to do nothing that's going to hurt somebody's reputation or that's going to hurt, your likeness and like that. I want to build. I want to give information. I love history, so I want to see somebody come on and tell me their story, and in the midst of their story, I find out some history about the city. I love that I had Janice Allen Jackson on. She was telling me when she was younger, she looked up to, your Jesse Normans, your S.E. McIntyre, and all the people that in the streets named after them. Mind you, I live here. I'm not from here, but I lived here for a long time. I'm thinking these people like old slave type people. I'm like, I had asked her, are these real people? She said, yeah. Coming up, that's what I looked up to, a black young lady. That was history to me. I like stuff like that. So it's not necessarily about the guess and what value they got, but like what makes you more than the Masters? What makes you Augusta's history? What about you says Augusta? What about you paints the city of Augusta? What about your story paints a accurate depiction of how beautiful, how ugly, how dark, how light the city of Augusta is? And that's what I kind of go off of. Yo, clap it for me. That's a great answer, man.
Another Dollar General.
Yo, it's crazy. But I'm about to get about it. It says, he said mine didn't have either. Wait, what? Chill, chill, chill. Nah. Y'all got drama. Y'all had some drama going on. I get both at the same time. Um, I agree with that. Yeah, so I try. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. I definitely try. And like I said, I don't take no guess. Like if you Darren Shine, I got a guess I'm trying to do for months. She owns a black urgent care in Augusta. I don't know if people know that exists. It's a black owned urgent care in Augusta, Georgia. I'm trying to get her on. Um, I get a lot of guest ideas through other guests. So I try to take people's word for who they say they are and what they do too. I think that can be considered value to the city, value to their customers, clients, and how they make a difference in what they do. Great answer for sure. Yeah, great answer, definitely, but definitely true. Like I've always, even I just did a guy pause. I just did an interview with a guy who is gay. Um, I didn't know he was gay until the day of, and he did some time. Young dude did like 3 years at that. Did 3 years at 15. Came home, did a little more time. I think he's into scamming, but he said he's not a scammer. He's a schemer. Didn't really do a good job of defining what a scheme was. He kept with a scam was. But what I say is, somebody might see that interview and be like, "How he get on? I can't on. Why he get on? I can't on?" Well, he referred through Dolby. Not that that makes a big difference, but he also exemplifies the youth. Like his story, to me, was the youth because you get to see how much people that age, what they care about, what they don't care about, what they value, what they don't value, the quick dollar, the uh, the way of thinking, right? So I know when people see it, they're gonna be like, "How do he get on?" and da da da, and probably not, but it paints a very vivid picture of the youth in the city right now, and what they're going through and their decision making and how they act and how they think. And I think it was important to do. He did ask and reached out and he asked weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, and I found time to squeeze him in. And I in real time I thought it was a little off here and there. I was like, but once again I thought, damn, I said this is a perfect depiction of the youth today in the city of Augusta. This is important to do. So yeah, I'll put that out. I might put it out tonight. It's already up. I just ain't unlocked it. It's a great deal of people out here definitely making a difference. And having them on definitely will help them. These artists have a podcast I enjoy. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I always tell people, send me the people via messenger or tag me in it. Once again, I know I don't get back to everybody fast and quickly. I'm big on timing is everything. So Nessa, you could probably give me 5 guests. I may not do them 5 guests till September, but best believe when I do the guests, have them on, and I do that episode, you're gonna thoroughly enjoy it. But it's really about timing because it takes a lot to really be in that space in that mode to talk to somebody that you don't know. Sometimes, most times, for 2 hours, 3 hours, or however long, and ask the right questions, listen enough, be in tune enough to their story to ask questions that they didn't think you were going to ask, or maybe they never thought to ask, or they didn't ask themselves as they told that story. It's a lot to the art form of just interviewing, asking questions. It's a lot that go into that, but I ain't gonna dig into that. It's not that power right now. But like even now, like me being here, I can't really answer my phone. I be getting messages. I just can't answer them because I'm so in tune to what I'm doing here. I don't want to lose track by texting on my phone, you know. So Um, yeah, so it's what it is, you know. But I definitely appreciate the support. I appreciate watching. I appreciate all this stuff for real, for real. I don't, it never goes unnoticed. Don't take it for granted. Could definitely display a lesson for other youth. Yeah, yeah, definitely. And I don't know if you learned a lesson, but once again, it made me realize. Like when I got done with that, I went home and I talked to my daughter. I said, "Hey, look, y'all, I love y'all. I gotta make good decisions." And I had a whole podcast damn near on the importance of making the right decisions. That interview made me go home and talk to my daughters about making the right decisions. And yeah, so I'll be in those five. Like, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. I seen you. Actually, I seen you last year. You ain't know. I seen you last year at DoubleTree. My daughter was testing. I think you had a son or nephew or somebody that was testing as well. Not to put your business out there, but I did see you. But once again, if I don't know nobody, and I ain't gonna be like, oh, I'm Bobby. That ain't really my thing. What y'all talking about? I'm late. We was naming the top five designers in the city. If you want to drop your top three, drop your top three clothing brands in the city if you don't mind, Miss Audrey Rowe. That's what we're talking about right now. We just naming our top three designers or brands in the city, clothing brands in the city. So I know you might have a few you want to add to the party if you don't mind, or just give me two. I know one is in your top three. Just give me your other two. No, I'm joking. I'm being funny. Now we was talking about some other stuff, but I'm about to wrap up though. That's my son. Okay, well, yeah, I did see you last year. About to wrap up, Audrey. Now I was talking about the SBA's. People need to take the I-20 and get the hell on if Augusta's not good enough for them. And then I was talking about uh blackballing slash gatekeeping or whatever. That been a thing amongst like the DJ crew and things like that. So I don't know. I ain't really had to deal with no gatekeeping. I guess people say I could be in my realm the gate, but that motherfucker always open. As long as you come with just with common sense, you know, we good to go. Um, she said, "Laugh my ass off." Yeah. Nah, don't comment. Laugh my ass off. Name your top three. I just want your top three. I know you be fly. I know you be fresh. I wish I saw you. You could have definitely spoken to you. I've been a fan. I appreciate that. Like I really appreciate that. And I don't look at it like fandom. I just look at it like people that support. So I appreciate the fact that you support what I'm doing and that you think highly of the kind of content I put out. That you really want to be a part of it and that you want to recommend people to be a part of it. So you can't take that for granted. Like you talk about SBAs, IHA awards, it's no award for somebody saying, "Yo, I like what you do so much. I also want to come on, but I got a group of people that I feel like y'all would benefit each other from having a podcast together." And like I said, you know, that's some things you just can't, some things you just can't put a price on. So, but yeah, and Audrey ain't gonna say her top three brands, so I guess I'm gonna get out of here. Y'all could go follow More Than the Masters on YouTube, please. If y'all haven't already subscribed, subscribe on YouTube, More Than the Masters. Go follow my Facebook page, More Than the Masters, on Facebook. Share it live if you don't mind. If y'all can give me a share, that'd be great. I don't ask for too much. I ain't ask for no money. I'll take it, but I ain't ask for none. Just share it live if y'all don't mind. I love the comments. I appreciate it. Audrey, thank you for closing us out with your top three brands. She says Gap, American Eagle, and Nike. I was talking about a bit. That's what's up. Clap it up for those people. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You're not repping the brand. It's crazy. You're not repping the brand. Yo, not repping the brand is wild. I just want to tell you that. Not repping the brand is wild. I'm supposed to have one of them sweaters on right now. I like baggy pants here and there. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all go support Darren Shine, Dr. Shine. They got the handsome and healing hats. Also got the Pretty Girls Hill hat. Go support them. That's Jessica Shine on Facebook, Darren Shine on Facebook. You can reach out to them. Make sure y'all go vote for Q. District 130, Georgia House. Stand up, speak up, show up. All right, three things: stand up, speak up, show up. Make sure y'all go vote for her March 10th. It's the early voting. Know your ballot. All right. Know if you're in House 130, but go vote definitely nonetheless March 10th. And yeah, man, One Masters Podcast, we are out. I appreciate y'all, love y'all. And if y'all like this, let me know y'all do. Y'all do. I'll do it again. I'll do it weekly. And I'm gonna start adding some calls. Audrey, you could call next week. You could call in. I'm gonna ask you that same question next week. I want 3 different answers, and you know which one I want. So we're gonna start there. Not repping the brand is crazy. Y'all vote for Q. We out.
Another Dollar General.